Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Pastor Chris here, and welcome to the Poolside Chat. I've been going over, do I think, when you see all this bad evil in the world, do I think it's demons? Do I think it's Satan? Is that real? And I said today that I would talk about the good stories. I've gone to the Bible. We've talked a lot about how demons act. We've talked a lot about how demons and angels fight in this unseen world. There is a world out there that we do not see. And I said I was going to talk about modern stories from today. And I struggled. Not because I couldn't find them. It's because I could find them. There are so many stories out there. There are books, there's movies. Hey, happy Wednesday. And welcome to the Poolside Chat. I'm Pastor Chris. Hey, we've been going over the last few weeks, last few Wednesdays, about the unseen world. Question came, with all the evil that goes on, do I really think there's demons? Do I really think it's demons, Satan? Why are people so bad? Why is there so much bad stuff? And yes, there is an unseen world. There's a hidden world where angels and demons, spirits work. And we've gone over that from Scripture. We've seen over and over again where spirits interact with each other and with us. And I said with the bad things that happen, which we're going to go back to next week, I'm going to finish this out. Our fight is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the unseen world. So I said this week that I would talk about the good stuff. We talked a lot about demons. We talked a lot about evil spirits. We've talked a lot about, and all this is from the Bible, but all this was to prove that there is an unseen hidden world. And I said I'll do the good stuff. But I'm not. I struggled. Not because I couldn't find the stories. I could find tons of stories from today. I mean, there are movies written about angels and these unseen world today. These interactions. It's not that there wasn't anything. There was too much. But what I did want to say, and what this led me to, is several years ago, there was a book by Stephen Case called Crash, and it talked about the crash. So what the basis of this book was, it was based in NASCAR. In NASCAR, there's a term called trading paint. When you're racing and you just kind of brush against somebody, it's just a bump. Let them know you're here. Let them know you're right there. You just bump somebody. It's called the crash. And what Stephen Case posited was that this happens between us, humans, the physical world, and the unseen world. There are times when they bump against each other. I had mentioned a verse last week. Hebrews 11:6. Therefore, do not be afraid to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. The transfiguration of Jesus, Mount Transfiguration, when his glory was revealed, that was a glimpse of where he came from, the unseen world. And we see it in our everyday lives. We can see evil crash against us. I don't need to give you that. But we also have those times when heaven crashes. You've ever been driving along and just everything is right. It's like the sun is perfect, the weather is perfect, that absolutely perfect song comes on the radio, traffic is better than you expect, and it's just everything lines up, and you think, man, I wish this moment could last forever. Or it could be out working and doing something you enjoy. That's not necessarily enjoyable, but this particular time, it's just everything lines up and you think, man, I wish this could last forever. These are these times, such as when evil crashes against us, that good crashes against us. And I love that book because that is the best description I've heard. It's trading paint between heaven and earth, the invisible and the visible, the unseen and the seen. And you guys know the stories. You've heard the stories. When I'm looking at this, they're on TV, they're in books, they're in videos, they're in writings. We all know them. There's hundreds, thousands of them. But I wanted to share with you that the reason all these happen are because it's almost a blessing for that time when we, the seen, brush against and trade paint with the unseen, the crash. So, this wasn't to prove the hidden world is there, the unseen world. It just is. But I wanted to share with you what you may have, even unaware, not known, and now you do. Because these stories, these moments, these times happen all the time to all of us. So, that's what I got. We see the bad moments, and what I would encourage you today, look for the good moments. And I pray that you may trade paint today. Be blessed. I think that's an approving sign from God. A little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder. And especially as we enter this Christmas season, I pray you will see these moments over and over again. Pastor Chris, keep the questions coming. And actually next week, thank you. One of you asked me a question which leads right in to how I want to close this little discussion out. So be sure you tune in next Wednesday. Be sure you tune in Saturday. Day 3 of Advent. Got a little something to say. But keep the questions coming. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble at FL Compass Church. And now on Instagram at FL Compass Church. Have a great week. See you Saturday.